Welcome in. Hello, how are you? Thank you. It's actually a wing. We are going to go ahead and get started, you guys. We're going to start with an energy cleansing. How's your day going? Thank you, I appreciate it. Hello, Catherine, how are you? Definitely, I hopped on a little bit late today. I was a little busy. How's your day going? Welcome in, you guys. I saw Patrice came in. Welcome in. I understand that feeling, Catherine. Hopefully it gets better. I think today we're mostly going to be focusing on emotional healing too. However, also throat work. Some people are having issues speaking up for themselves and it feels like it's very dry in the throat, almost. Definitely. Thank you, Nikki. Where did I put my black kyanite? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. We're going to go ahead and use black kyanite right now to pull away some negative cords. Thank you for sharing the live and for all the likes, you guys. Hello, welcome in. Thank you for sharing the live. And for all the likes. I appreciate it. Welcome in, how are you? It has been a while. I'm doing alright, how are you? Thank you for following and for sharing, you guys. You might feel a little bit of a tight pull in your solar plexus, so like right about here. Make sure you're taking some deep breaths if it feels a little bit like tension release at some point. Just know you're safe. Don't worry. Hi, dear. We are actually not doing readings right now. We are doing Reiki healing. Thank you for the rose. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope that it gets better. Hello, Maddie. Well, what kind of question do you have about the energy bodies, specifically? Otherwise, there's like a lot to it and I'm not sure what to talk about. Hello, Amanda. How are you? Hello. Thank you for following. Hello, welcome in. Oh, I'm glad to hear. It does always get better, definitely. Take your time and make sure that you're doing self-care. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes it gets really hard, and other times it's really easy, but you know, take it easy, do what you need to, focus on your mental health. Some of you might need to practice a little bit better energy protection. I feel that some of your auras are being siphoned off of. So make sure you are protecting yourself. Black tourmaline is a great crystal to work with or wear for that kind of thing. That could be pretty helpful for you. Ask for ease and grace, exactly. I'm doing okay. It's been a very emotional day for me as well. But it's been alright. I went and picked more flowers, so I have more lilacs and daisies up here, and then a bunch of other types of flowers in my room now for the altar spaces. It's really pretty. I'm assuming yes. So far it seems like it has been. Yes, the white lilacs are the more like prominent scented ones, so I got 2 things of that, and then I got some of the purple ones too. So the purple ones are in the middle with the daisies, and then the white ones are on the outside. New houseplants, I love that. Oh no, I actually, before I came onto live, the phone fell and hit me in the face. So that was funny. Good question, Amanda. I haven't been paying attention to what's going on right now, so I have no idea. We are going to be using an oyster shell with barnacle in order to help with processing grief. Hello, Kelly, how are you? Probably both, Maddie. Yeah, probably. Also, just as a reminder, if you guys have missed any of the lives and you still wanted to see or receive the healing from those lives, I do post them on YouTube as well. It's the same username up here. I believe I have it linked in the bio, but I might not. Oh no, Kelly, I'm so sorry for your loss. I hope that this helps. Take it easy with yourself. Do some self-care. Yeah. I'm trying to get better about making sure I put all of my posts on YouTube as well, and then I'm planning on actually doing some just videos for over the YouTube channel as well. Thank you. Pretty soon, at some point, I'm going to start doing guided meditations over there as well, but my main focus for the time being is still going to be just Reiki. I plan on posting some videos that are just going to be like around 30 minutes long as well. You have to search the username. Thank you, Marina. I wasn't sure. Oh, my spine just popped. I apologize if you heard that. We are going to go ahead and put in another shell as well. This one is, I'm forgetting the name of it, I want to say it's like a scallop. It works the same way as a rose quartz. Definitely. I know how to do it, it's just a matter of making sure the space I'm in is quiet enough for me to be able to actually do the guided meditation. I'm going to be honest with you, because otherwise you're going to end up with trains, planes, dogs barking, and everything else. So I'm trying to figure that out at the moment. Yep. I was like, I don't think anyone wants to be interrupted in their meditation by that. Like when I'm meditating in my backyard, I get interrupted by hummingbirds flying into my face sometimes. I'm not kidding, and it's very horrifying to hear something that loud while you're just like in deep meditation. It's like in your face, and you're like, oh, hello. Sometimes your spirit guides are really like up in your face about stuff, huh? First time that happened, I completely freaked out. Thank you, Catherine. I appreciate it. These shells are working really well today. I can feel the energy lighting up as we speak. Take some deep breaths if you're feeling any tightness. They don't stop, Amanda. That's the issue. They keep going the entire night to the point where my bed physically shakes while I'm sleeping at night sometimes. Like they are completely random schedule too, so I can't just like go around that. Like I'll be sitting in bed and suddenly the bed is vibrating and I'm like, this is just weird. And the walls will shake, and I have 2 doors in my room, and they'll just be like buzzing around, basically. I'm like, okay, well, who needs background music? Amanda, I sleep very poorly. I have I struggle with night terrors, but they've gotten a lot better. On top of dream messages and stuff like that, I try to not be bothered by them too much, but I'm up, if not every hour, every couple of hours. Most of the time it's between 1 and 2 hours intervals of sleep, and sometimes I just can't go back to sleep, so I'm like, okay. Like this morning I woke up at 3 a.m. and then I finally went back to sleep at like 8 something, and then I woke up at 10. So that's, yeah. The trains don't bother me too much when it comes to that, but yeah, the dreams though, they get to me a bit. Thank you guys for following and sharing. Oh, it's okay. That's what trauma does. We're all healing. We all know that it can be a little bit stressful. We are adding in howlite for anxiety relief because I'm feeling a little bit of a buildup in the chat. So we're using, the only crystal right now is howlite. Then we're using a type of oyster shell with barnacle, and then a type of scallop shell. Scallops work the same way as rose quartz, more or less, and the barnacle with the oyster shell is good for processing grief. Definitely, I'm proud. Black tourmaline is a great crystal to work with, especially for energetic protection and grounding. Labradorite is also a really good one. For some reason, I felt called to say that one as well. Thank you, Inner Quality. Labradorite, yes. It's often very blue, shiny, sometimes a little green. Mine are the raw ones, so they're not like as shiny or anything, but kind of reflect a little bit. I don't think I get the light on there very well. But little Labradorite here. For what? For healing? Well, you're in the right place for that. Welcome in. And then welcome into all of the newcomers. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the rose. And just so you guys know, we will be doing energy readings tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. For reference, it's 4:41 over here at the moment. So if you wanted to come back for an energy reading tomorrow, feel free. The free ones are only general and they're usually just one little thing that you need to work on. However, if you want to go a little bit deeper, we do a $3 tip minimum, and then you can tip more if you'd like, but that is your choice. I try to get to as many people as I can during it. I feel like the howlite's not cutting it for the anxiety, so we're gonna go ahead and use blue calcite. Thank you, I appreciate it. And then just as a soft reminder for you guys, I do use he, they pronouns. Thank you for following. Amanda, that sounds lovely. I was just thinking earlier about how I really want, it really is my style. I was literally thinking about earlier how I want a bunch of rings that look like they came out of like a mystical forest, because that's just literally the kind of thing that I would love to wear. I have a pair of elf ears, but I don't wear them, but like, it's definitely my aesthetic, funny enough. My room is covered in fake vines and then flowers, and then there's real flowers too, and then my normal plants, and then, yeah, just tons of stuff. The energy can change when you're using multiple crystals. Different crystals have their own purposes and everything. It really just depends. For example, moonstone and sunstone are great together, but separately they're also great. But moonstone can feel very light and more like the lunar energy, so it's going to be feeling very feminine, very intuition based, versus sunstone that's going to feel more masculine energy, more solar giggly type energy, healing. It'll be warm, versus moonstone, which will be a little bit colder, that kind of thing. Oh, Shadow Wolf, well, welcome in. Good to have you here. Thank you guys for following. Hopefully that answered your question, Jess. I like to work with a plethora of different things in my Reiki healing. I'm glad that that helped. So I work with anything from different types of wood pieces to shells, to crystals, to fossils, and eventually I plan on using some other types of things as well, but those are the ones that I have at the moment that I'm using. I do plan on making some things for that, but I have to get the time to do it. Thank you, Shadow Wolf, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the likes, by the way. This blue calcite helped with that anxiety quite a bit, but there's still a bit left, so we're going to keep focusing on this for a little. A while longer. Looks like a golf ball, does not feel like a golf ball. But you want to know something funny about this? So it's blue calcite, so it's good for stress and anxiety relief, but these kinds of things, like these crystals, the circular ones, so the, spheres, they're great for working muscle tension out of your body if you use them in massage. So you can roll this on your, shoulder knots and physically help with the stress relief on top of the non-physical, so it's really funny. Little humor for you, but also true. It can easily help get out the muscle knots, which is great. I like a lot of crystals, Jess. I think Auralite 23 is my favorite one, but I also really vibe with Lemurian quartz and Vivianite. I think those are my top 3. I like a lot of crystals. I have 40 plus, and that's just the types. I have multiple different of the same kind of crystal for a few of them. Blue calcite, yes, good for stress and anxiety relief. It's also good for breaking negative patterns. Any kind of blue calcite is good for transitioning from out of old patterns. It's a really great crystal type, honestly. I also really like jasper. No, Catherine, I can't find my Auralite, and it makes me so sad. I'm gonna have to buy a new one. I ended up losing the Auralite in my room, so it's somewhere in here, because I don't take it out unless I'm going outside for Reiki, and I haven't done that. No, I lost the Auralite, and then I got Moldavite, and I'm sitting here like, this is not what I wanted. Like, don't get me wrong, I want the Moldavite too, but I didn't want to lose. If my cat stole the Auralite 23 the same way she does my black tourmaline, I'm gonna be so mad. It could be, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I also can't find my coconut oil, so I feel like I'm losing everything. I'll have to check under the bed. Maybe my cat knocked it under there. I'm gonna be so mad. If it's under the bookcase, I'd be mad too, because that thing's heavy. Thank you for the tiny dimey. That eats up quite a lot of that anxiety, I'm glad. Smoky quartz? So it's great for lifting anxiety and depression, good for eliminating old patterns, good for helping move out of addiction, good for supporting mental health and removing negative thoughts. It's a very good crystal for mental health related purposes. It's also very grounding, so it's a great one, honestly. I really love smoky quartz. I think that if I had, that's also up on my list of one of the ones that I love quite a bit, because as someone who struggles with mental health issues, that one and Snowflake Obsidian are like perfect. It helps you make better choices, so in a way, smoky quartz can help with dealing with toxic people, because it will help you make better choices for yourself. So kind of, yes. Though for that specifically, I would probably do something more like black tourmaline, black obsidian, and then crystals that remove negative energy, so like selenite, satin spar, desert rose, things like that, gypsums. I love that, Amanda. Smoky quartz is great. Also, tourmalated quartz is really good for intrusive thoughts and negative thought patterns, so if you guys are looking for something for that, I actually recommend that one too. At some point, I'm just going to have to make a bunch of videos, probably on this account, because I work with crystals only on this one, well, mostly on this one anyways, for, like, just going over the kind of crystals that I have and what you can use them for. You rock the bottom, honestly, it's... oh my goodness. Also, if you have any specific questions on something you need a crystal for, you can always ask me. I will give you tips if I can, just so you know. 122. That might be an angel number for some of you, by the way. True. My black tourmaline is pretty shiny, actually. Some of them aren't, but like they came in like a pack. Some of the pieces are shiny and some of them aren't. The one that I use for you guys specifically is pretty shiny. Most of the other ones go into my protection wards though. So, or I've gifted them to other people. My eye is twitching. Yes, so for OCD, crystals that calm down any anxiety is going to help, so blue calcite, howlite, things like that are going to be helpful, but also CPTSD is a stress disorder, so you, as someone who also has it, you are going to work with crystals like smoky quartz, tourmalated quartz, you're going to want rose quartz for self and unconditional loving energy, possibly prehnite, you're going to want... malachite is really good for emotional healing and for processing trauma, but don't get it in water. You want balancing stones like macabre jasper or like red jasper. Amethyst is a really good one. Celestite. I'm gonna like shoot a bunch of them. I'm just gonna go off for the most basic ones that I think would be really helpful for CPTSD and OCD especially. And I'm just gonna give you a list of like 5 of them. Smoky quartz, first on the list. Snowflake obsidian, second on the list. Rose quartz, third on the list. Still gonna say malachite, and then black obsidian. Hello Sam, how are you? I would say for teenagers, balancing stones and then self-love stones, because usually their behavior issues are actually stemming from self-esteem issues. So you're going to want things like rose quartz, you're going to want amethyst, you're going to want calming stones. So again, macabre jasper is a good one, hematite, black obsidian. I would also recommend for pretty much every teenager snowflake obsidian, because depression and anxiety are severe, especially with them because their brains are not fully developed. So it can be really extreme for that. But those I think are going to be the top ones that I would recommend. Sam, I'm doing alright. How are you? Thank you for following. Yeah, self-love is so important for teenagers especially. Well, everyone. It's important for everyone. Self-worth too, which reminds me... Of course. I'm happy to answer any questions as long as I know the answer, and if I don't, I will fully admit that I don't know the answer. I think we can finally put down the shells now, so I'm going to place those back. One of my many ones. We're gonna go ahead and use celestite. Oh, that reminds me, Maddie. I actually have a follower on here who, when I was doing a Reiki energy scan on them, they energetically like used a computer to scan the energies coming their way, which was really cool because it went over basically everything that I had told them about, and they were like, "Yeah, this was really epic," and I'm sitting here like, "Did you just prove energy healing?" Whoa, it was so cool. In my local area, I believe there's amethyst, but mostly it's quartz. Quartz and petrified wood are the most common ones in Washington. Computers are scary, but cool. I'm so bad with technology, I would never be able to figure that out. There's this plant wave thing that you can hook up to your plants, and then it'll sing to you. They'll let out music. I would love to meditate to that, but those things are like $500. It's so pricey, but like, oh my gosh. And it's so cool. Oh, petrified wood is good for a lot of things. So petrified wood is good for working with your ancestry, it's good for transition, it's good for grounding, and it's good for emotional calming. It's good for a lot of things. So if you're looking to move through some tough times and you want support from your ancestry, or you just want to move through hard times, petrified wood is great for that. You feel ungrounded, it's perfect for that. It's a really great crystal, and I have a ton of it, like a lot, not gonna lie. Plethora of different sizes and different types of petrified wood too. It's really cool. Yes, Reiki can work on inanimate objects, plants, trees, and pets. I love petrified wood too. It's great. I should actually turn some into earrings because I have so many pieces I totally could. So, fun thing about Celestite, it is known for connecting you to the higher angelic realms. It is good for energy healing, emotional healing. It is good for connecting to your higher self. It is good for raising your energetic vibration. So if it's lightening you up, sometimes that emotional release from the stress, the torment, and everything that is weighing you down can cause you to have an emotional release. It's a great crystal. Take it easy, take deep breaths. Thank you for following. Someone might be experiencing a bit of stomach pain at the moment. Make sure you're taking deep breaths. We are going to use the energy of fire and water at this time. It'll feel kind of like, think of like an Epsom salt bath, energetically speaking. Water is always good, especially with Reiki healing or any type of energy work. If you don't have enough water in your system, sometimes you can receive a spiritual detox, especially from energy healing that might be on the more extreme level. So basically speaking, when you don't have enough fluids and you don't have enough, like you're not eating well, sometimes when you receive Reiki, it can cause you to have physical not repercussions necessarily, but reactions. Some people get sick after, and it's their body basically detoxing them from all the negativity. So being hydrated is super important. Some people can have emotional releases during or after, or even up to a couple of days after. It can affect everyone a little bit differently, but it can also cause you to have other like issues. Sometimes you end up going to the bathroom in certain kinds of way, if you catch my drift, and other things like that. But it is extremely good for you, but still drink lots of water. Deprivation tank. Oh, happy birthday! That sounds really cool, but also I feel like I would get a panic attack. I'm gonna be honest. Thank you for following. I would be willing to try it once and see what happened. That's good. Hello, welcome in. Untangle this cord a little bit softly because it's a bit tender. Yes, it's heavily in the heart and throat right now. You can even tell my voice is getting a little raspy. That's actually a good question, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know the answer to your question. Intrusive thoughts when it comes to the chakras, I would assume it has something to do with self-worth and self-love, so it could honestly be actually in connection to your heart and your solar plexus. However, it could be... Let me just... It could also be your throat. It really just depends, because intrusive thoughts kind of work in the mental health wise, but while the chakras, healing them can help with mental health, it correlates with all of them. So not just one in specific when it comes to that. So I don't know if there's a specific answer I can give you on that. I would say the most likely is going to be the 3 in the center, but I can't say for sure if that would be the correct answer for you. I apologize. It could be, but it could be pretty much all of them, because if you have enough heartbreak, your mind can make you be afraid, so then in return you're going to fear everything, and those fear responses are then going to trigger intrusive thoughts. The same way that for your solar plexus, lack of confidence can cause intrusive thoughts, making you think that you're lacking in self-worth and compassion. So any of them technically could potentially do that, is the thing, because they all very much have their own issues with it. That kind of thing. That makes sense. Hopefully it made a little bit of sense, but also it's just, yeah, it could specifically be the sacral, but I feel like it's kind of a mixture. But it could also be person to person based. Yeah, definitely. I would have said the crown, but that's just your receiver, more or less. It's where you receive the messages from the universe and the divine. So, and your spirit guides are never going to send you those negative messages like that. They'll tell you blunt truths that sometimes can hurt, but they would never make you feel bad about yourself on, like, with that intention. So I wouldn't really say it would be your crown, but it could potentially. Could also be just the ego, which it wouldn't be associated necessarily with the chakra unless you are the type of person who does associate it with the solar plexus. But yeah, no, it could be the root too. Like, it could be any of them is the thing. So I'm sitting here like, I don't think intrusive thoughts are specifically tied to just one chakra. I think it's like a mixture, personally. Which is unfortunate, but then you have the micro chakras, but I don't know their names or anything like that are like other places that they could also have something to do with it, so it is what it is, I guess, but I don't have the answer. I apologize. Yes, but I don't know enough about them to actually talk about them. There are over 113 different types of chakras. Or I should say different chakras rather than different types. I think I know of like 14 maybe in total. It is neat. Hard to find that information though. I'm still studying. Hello, how are you? We are going to go ahead and use some lepidolite. I'm alright, how are you? And then I do just want to give you guys a soft reminder that I use he, they pronouns. Thank you. That's good. Well, the thing is, they're kind of located in a bunch of places, and I couldn't even tell you where all of them are located. I think I only know of like the placements of 14 of them is the issue. So it's really hard to say. Oh, did you? I'm so glad. Hopefully they help you. They should, but I highly recommend meditating with your crystals when you first get them too, to see what they either expect of you or that they would help you with the most. Thank you for following. We're being called to use the amethyst, so let me go ahead and get that. Some of you are going to feel this directly in your third eye, other people are going to feel it in their throat. And for some of you, you're actually going to feel it in your back. And apparently maybe your leg. Throat blockage. So you don't have to cleanse your crystals every day. I think I do it maybe once a month, with a few exceptions. Any crystals like black obsidian that absorb the negativity, I do have them usually next to selenite to be cleansed, but I cleanse them thoroughly like once a month. And most of the time that works, but they do get charged fairly often. Whenever I do Reiki outside, they are going to be charged, or I put them with my plants to charge. And yeah, I think I do that probably 3 times a month. So fairly often, but not like every week. Some of you are being hit in the heart space now with this. It does, yes. Black tourmaline is a great one for that. Hematite is also a great one for that. Amethyst and rose quartz. Rose quartz not traditionally for protection, mind you, but it's great for self-love, so it helps boost that loving energy. And in a way, love is a protection. So especially if you're working with children, I highly recommend loving type crystals, so things like that would be great. The other ones were for protection specifically. Rose quartz is just for the love part. But yeah. It helps you keep a mindful perspective in a loving, compassionate way. So for me, usually when I go to get crystals, it is either I am at a crystal store and I kind of just like look at it and I'm like, I don't have this, and then I'm looking at it like, do I want this or do I need this? And somehow it'll usually either have like a certain energy that I really like, or it'll just kind of feel like something that I'm going to need at some point and I'll end up getting it. Or what my spirit guides like to do for me sometimes is when I get a new crystal, they'll make me keep calling it by the wrong name of a different crystal. And funny story for you, that's how I got a few of my crystals, because I would get the crystal and I would keep calling it the wrong name of crystals that I usually didn't even know existed, and I'm like, I have to look this up now, and then it would exist and I'm like, okay, I'm getting this, I guess. So yes, crystal shopping in your dream is a big thing too. You can ask your spirit guides, be like, hey spirit guides, can you show me a crystal in my dream or through a dream that I really need? And sometimes they might not show you crystals, they'll show you other things, like they've showed me coral before. And then that's how I knew Hecate wanted black tourmaline for her altar, actually. I had a dream, it was very weird. I was like in a grocery store and I had to walk down this aisle and then her altar was in the middle of the aisle and I was like, well, this is strange. So I walked up to her altar like all excited because I am, she's my matron and I get excited from her existence. Anyways, I like went up to her altar all like peppy and I was like, I don't know what this thing is, but it's pretty, and it was it was tourmalated quartz. I was gonna compare myself to a puppy, and honestly, sometimes I am like that. I'm just like, hello. Okay, but anyways, not to be a child over here with my random upbeatness. I feel like I just embarrassed myself, but it's fine. I'm going to ignore that. I have a lot of dreams where I'll just straight up be like looking for them, either Loki or her. I'm not even kidding. So many dreams where I'll be like, where are they? I've had dreams about other deities, by the way, and I would still be like, where's Hecate? I felt like I'm being rude, but like the entire time, like they're just on my mind, and I'm like, where are they? I want to talk to them. And it feels like I'm being so rude. I can't help it though. Half the time I'm not even like able to do anything. Oh, I love that. I usually run straight to them. No, legitimately, I will be like, it'll be like, where's Waldo sometimes with Loki, and I'm just sitting there like, where are you? And I'll end up in very awkward places sometimes, for the record. I'm not even gonna go into that, but like, anyways, but like I have dreams constantly like that, and I'm just kind of looking for them, or like something happens and I'll start praying to them in my dream, and then I'm sitting there like, okay, well, hello, or like I'll ask for their help in my dreams, and then I'm like, okay, well, wasn't expecting this. And then I'll usually wake up, and then I'll be like sitting there like, well, that was not awake. I don't think I've actually said that to Hecate, so if she didn't already know about that, she's probably going to like laugh at me, but I doubt it. Thank you for following. I really feel like I just embarrassed myself a little bit, but it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and use Macabre Jasper now, after I put down the giant amethyst. But Mads, why do you run away from them? Do you get spooked? Thank you for following. Hi dear, we are actually not doing readings right now. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, when Loki showed up, he showed up after I started working with Hecate, and I think I had her altar set up, and I'm not sure I had anyone else's altar set up at the time. I might have had one or two other ones, but he showed up, and then I was like, I don't think I'm ready to work with any more deities right now, and then he came back like 2 other times after, and then like with another deity, and I was like, well, I guess I'm working with Loki now, and apparently he's been around since I was younger, so he's just been here anyway. So I didn't get I say I didn't get a choice, but like I asked him to be my patron, so I did get a choice. But like legitimately he was like, no, I'm still here, you're stuck with me. It was funny. But like, yeah, her purple jacket scares you? No. Well, you see her in like a purple coat. Are you talking about Hecate, or are you talking about someone else? I need to know. Yeah, basically he's like, you're a baby pagan? You're mine. He's like that one. Yeah. More or less. I have a cat. Yes. How did I know it was a deity at first? Mostly divination, but also it's complicated. Or wait, you mean specifically how I knew Hecate was around? Is that what you're asking? My spirit siblings. Definitely. Yeah, she was. Okay, so with her, this goes into my inner child stuff. So here's basically what happened with me. I used to have this, and for me it was a nightmare at the time because I was really young. I used to have this nightmare basically where I would be in my old house and I would look out this window and there would be these 3 black hounds that would be right there basically, and they would have red eyes and be staring at me, and they would try to come to the door to try to get in to me, but I was scared because I didn't know what was happening basically. So I wouldn't let them in, and then that kind of thing happened kind of frequently. And then as I got older, and I actually, so basically what happened was I became a witch first, and then I started researching, and I realized the signs kind of correlated, and I think what I did was I did divination to ask if that was the case, and then she was like, yeah, I'm here, and I'm like, oh, hi, and I just set up an altar for her, like, immediately, before I even, like, did the proper research for me. Like, I was immediately like, okay, yeah, and then I studied tons, and I still feel like I don't have enough information, even though I have all of the information that I could possibly find, really, but I'm gonna keep looking because that's what I do. Gonna keep finding stuff, one way or another, but, yeah, so basically with her, I had a bunch of different things that I ended up correlating with her, like, the moment I found out she was around, and for me, it just feels like she's been around for a really long time, and I just connected, like, immediately. I don't know how to put it into words otherwise. There were a ton of different things that made me immediately want to stay with her, basically, and I'm really glad that she's my patron. Or matron, not patron, the wrong word, but, yeah. She's so patient. She puts up with so much. The mental health breakdowns, the anger responses sometimes, the trauma responses that can end up with you misunderstanding or doing different things. She's so patient. You make a mistake, you forget something, she usually forgives you. She's gonna get you to correct it and do better, but like, she's so patient with you. I can't even, I'm gonna start crying. I can't. But yeah, I absolutely love her. I'm literally crying, but, inner child work. And then, if you are going through a painful time, sorry, pardon my crying, he'll usually tell jokes and try to make you feel better, and he'll comfort you. He's like the best friend kind of energy, but also like a father or mother figure to some people. He's just like a very close family is what it feels like in most cases. And then, you know, he has the chaotic like older brother energy where they're gonna act kind of like a gremlin in like the best kind of way. Oh gosh, like me and my sister used to play a fight where we would be like playing ninjas. It's kind of like that kind of energy, and yeah. Thank you, Catherine. Well, you can tell how much I love them considering I almost started crying talking about it. We'll leave that be, but yeah. Oh, 100%. And he'll make a lot of jokes. Okay, no, okay, I was crying. I literally cried. It's fine. I have a box of tissues over here. I'm also a Cancer. I'm a crybaby. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna like wipe that on here. He is, yeah. But sometimes he'll be the one to make you cry. He'll make up for it, but sometimes he is the one who makes you cry. I'm a Cancer sun. Oh my goodness. My makeup's gonna get all messed up. Hold on. Ugh. Same. No, I'm a Cancer sun, but I'm a Capricorn moon and rising. Oh gosh, I have like a massive RBF, so if I'm focused, it either looks like I'm glaring or looks like I'm pouting, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm also a workaholic, coping mechanism. You're a grumpy rising until you get your coffee. I absolutely love that, John. That feels like the best dad joke, like a witchy dad joke, and it made me very happy. So thank you for that. Fun fact: I love dad jokes. Wait, I feel like I missed something here. Hold on. Oh yeah, Capricorn and Cancer are completely opposite opposing signs. Which, fun fact for you, anyone who has Capricorn or Cancer placement likely has mother and father issues. Cancer being the mother issue, Capricorn being the father issue. Fun fact. Not a fun fact, but it's a fact. Thank you for following. Oh my goodness, my eyes. I act like I don't know the reason why my eyes are like watery. Anyways. Yep. Yeah, literally. I think I have more Capricorn placements than just those two, but I can't remember at the moment. I used to think, I got my birth time incorrect at first, so I actually used to think I was a Leo rising. No. Gosh, John, literally. 24/7. But I'll still be cracking jokes with it until I can't. If I'm with someone else though, chances are I'll make the jokes to make it seem like it's not as bad. Oh wow. Understandable. Hey Amanda, sometimes that works. It's kind of like, I forget what those are called. When you're, you know those like books that you get and you have to put like a verb or like a noun or something like that, and they ask you those kinds of questions. What was it? It's like bee, like it's a bee name. It reminds me of that. Those kinds of things are funny. Or like, it's just poems that don't make any sense. Ad-lib. It's not even a bee. Yeah, it's ad-lib. You're right. What did I think bee? I was thinking like bibly something, and I don't know what that is. Yeah, I have no idea. I think I think it's Mad Lib. Or Ad Lib, one or the other. I'm feeling called to use the lip head light again. Oh, and the rose quartz. So gotta reach for that. Well, not laugh at yourself in moderation, of course. Laughter is good and healing, but if you're making fun of yourself and self-deprecating, that's not good. Talking from personal experience. I still struggle with that too. It is a great one, yeah. Rose quartz is a really great crystal, and if you love rose quartz energy and you're looking for even more unconditional love, go for prehnite. It's a green crystal, very great for the heart space. I only have a little tiny one, but it's good. Ooh, rhodonite is lovely. Yeah. I think you spelled it right, but I could be wrong. I'm also dyslexic and it's already gone from my screen. No, that one was Macabre, aka Crocodile Jasper. Very lovely crystal, actually, one of my favorites. He has a tiny little face on him here that is an actual little hole. So he has a little mouth, and I adore this crystal, actually. I vibe with him quite often, and I'm thinking about putting googly eyes on him. But also, he already has eyes, so I don't need to. I know I'm a weirdo, it's fine. But I love that crystal. Yeah. I think little googly eyes would be so cute. One of these days you guys are going to come on my live and you're just going to see googly eyes on all of my crystals and be like, what is wrong with you? And I'm going to be like, everything. I'm literally traumatized, but that's okay. So many, and sorry, I get excited about crystals. Calming down. Literally. Exactly. Frogs are so cute, by the way. I can't. I love animals. Possums and frogs and like ferrets are some of my favorite, like, unique more pets, like that kind of thing. Like, I love that. Oh gosh, I love most animals. Don't get me wrong. The only animals that I really don't find like super cute or like I don't like are bugs. Not including spiders, because I think spiders are pretty chill. But I hate ants. You guys will hear that quite often. I hate ants. Ugh. Are you meaning witchcraft or are you meaning Reiki, dear? Possums, they're so cute! I should actually post those pictures. When I worked at a certain kind of flower shop before, this person came in with their possum and he cuddled me like a cat, and then he like licked the back of my head, and it was wet for like an hour, but it was so worth it because he was so cute. He absolutely adored me. He was snuggling up on me like cats do, and I love that possum so much. I am comfortable with all of those, but they send me stink bugs all the time, and then I don't hate them necessarily, but I dislike them with a passion. Beetles and ants are like, ugh. The beetle symbolism they send quite often too, but it's like, yeah, you can be a witch without being a pagan, definitely. You don't need to work with any kind of energy, like, obviously work with energy, but it's all individual based. If you don't have to work with angels, you don't have to work with your spirit guides, technically, you don't have to work with deities, you don't have to work with your ancestors if you don't want to. You're just doing the spells with the ingredients and putting energy into it, and then you're good. But I find working with your team is a lot easier, especially when you're first learning, but also it's a whole new experience, a whole different set of thing, and honestly very worth it. Just be mindful. The lessons they can put you through can be kind of rough, but if you're struggling alone anyways, it's nice to have the support. Plus, they're very loving. Even when you're difficult. Talking to myself on that one. Oh, I love that. Wait, what kind of birds, John? Out of curiosity, because of that combination. Yeah. Oh no. Bug spray? Have you tried that? I know that Irish type of... I feel like someone just tapped my head. There's like an Irish bar soap that bugs hate. It's like a natural bug repellent. You can actually rub it on your doorways to keep ants and stuff out. But using that soap, bugs hate that scent. Yeah. Irish soap, yeah. I think it's literally just called Irish soap. I don't think there's another name for it, but eagles and blue jays, early vultures. Interesting. Interesting. Irish Spring, that's what it is, yes. Or like, there's another part to that, but I can't remember what it's called. Yeah, Irish Spring. That soap. Bugs, it's a natural bug repellent. So if you rub it on your doorways and your windowsill, bugs hate it. They won't come near it. It's, yeah. I feel like someone is messing with my hair. Anyways, I know there's not, but actually there might be, but anyways, moving on. It's itchy. Oh, I love that though. I didn't know that. I should get back into making dog treats. I literally only learned that for Hecate though, by the way, for her hounds. I wanted to be able to leave them treats when I left for offerings at the crossroads. I actually, funny story for some of you, one of the first times I did that, and I think it might have been the last time I actually managed to do it too, we had this massive snowstorm and the ground was completely icy, but I couldn't tell that it was icy because it looked normal, but it was black ice. I stepped onto it and I went sliding ass first onto the concrete and onto the ice, and I just slid across my driving. I was so upset. I was like, I just made these for them, and these were the best ones. I was so upset. I fell straight on my butt and just went sliding. I didn't even care that I was in physical pain or the fact that my legs were like completely bruised up. I was just very upset about the dog treats. I can be ridiculous. I'm not even kidding. Oh, I miss Jenna Marbles. I love that. I hope that they did. But you know, it's hard to say. I also have dog treats on her altar, but those ones are milk bones. Actually, I ordered food from the grocery store because my dad had a stroke, so he couldn't drive us. So we have to order the groceries now. Because I don't have a car yet, or a license, so I'm working on that. But, they gave us these tiny little mini dog treats, and so I put 3 of them on Hecate's altar. It was the sweetest thing. I don't even know how they knew that we had dogs, because, yeah, like, what are the chances? They must have seen, like, the kennel outside and just assumed, but, like, that's so sweet. So I put some of them on her altar because I, like, literally, I am such a crybaby. I think I cried at that, too, the fact that they gave us those dog treats. He's alive. He can't move, some of his body, like his right arm, it doesn't move very much, and he is supposed to be using his cane, but he can still get up and walk around, but he has to like manage his stress and everything, so it's fine. But yeah, he's supposed to be going through physical therapy still, and he's like not doing it, but yeah. You've only given them meat scraps and sticks. You need to step up your game. Hey, do whatever feels right to you. Another tip, if you're working with Hecate or you want to give her offerings, she really likes egg offerings and then garlic, so you can make her scrambled eggs for breakfast with some garlic bread if you wanted, or just like some jam on toast. Sometimes I make scones, things like that too, to go with the scrambled eggs, or like if you want to do normal eggs. I usually just scrambled personally, or like an omelet, but I can add other stuff to the omelet, so garlic, parsley, things like that. I don't do that often anymore. I have a really hard time eating, so usually if the like last couple of times I had done that, I literally gave her the food and I was like, I cannot eat. But I love you. That kind of thing. She really wants, she's like always reminding me to eat food, and I'm like, yeah, need to do that. But sometimes it's right after I've eaten already, but she just means eating healthy, I'm assuming. Yeah, no license game. I believe you that you're not one. Yeah, I miss Jenna Marbles. She was so great. Yeah, so if they sprout, you can also plant them. What you do is you pull them apart and you get out the cloves and you plant them with the pointy end sticking up about 6 inches apart, and then they grow more garlic, and then you can give her more of that garlic that you grew. You water it like once a week or something like that, and they grow better outside, so if you want to just plant them in the ground straight away, you can do it that way, and then you can give her more garlic. You could also do it as like a devotional plant type deal. John, pretty much. I'll be like, I ate mac and cheese, and she's like, that has no nutritional value, and I'm like, but I ate. I'm so bad with food. I don't even like eating. I know it's not like a weight thing for the record, like whatsoever. It's just food is hard to eat, and I get so sick from eating food, like every time. I know it's not bulimia, it's literally like I have a medical condition, like it's a whole thing, but yeah. You made your own bread today? That's great. You can also use that as good offerings for pretty much any deity as far as I'm aware. I hope it turned out good. Yeah, definitely. do whatever feels right to you, of course, but like there's a ton of different, I could go into this. I could talk about Hecate or Loki for probably hours, so you guys, that is a good way of also keeping me on live, by the way, because I won't shut up. I'm getting better at that, but just yeah. Sure, something would happen, like my phone would fall over or something, and eventually they'd be like, get off live, and I'd be like, okay. But you eat it so fast. Hey, that means it's good though. No one tell Sam. No, that's so fair. I can't really snack. It's just too much food. I like snacks, don't be wrong. Sometimes I do, like, I'll eat some candy, but then I'll be like, okay, no more. Like, I'll eat like a couple pieces and I'll be like, The rare occasions where I'll eat like a bunch of something and I'll be like, okay, well that was too much food and now I can't eat actual meal. I'm glad that you enjoy it. Yeah, because I can go for a very long time when it comes to talking about them. Oh gosh. Oh, that's good. Maybe like educational purposes. Honestly, sometimes I feel like I know people come for the Reiki healing, but for those of you who stick around for all the pagan witchy talk and all the crystal talk and the spiritual talk, thank you. I am grateful. Also, even if you're just ignoring me with the sound off, that's fine too. Still, thank you for being here. Like, that's definitely fine. I can't really, oh gosh, I want to love food. Like, there's some food that just tastes so good, but I just can't eat a lot of it. Like, I love curry. I love curry, but it does make me sick still. But like, it's really tasty. Especially like, what was it? I'm forgetting what kind of curry it is at the moment, but it's really good. But like, I love chai tea and stuff like that too. But I'm a very big tea drinker, by the way. But yeah. I'm glad that you enjoy learning it. Thank you for following. Okay, I'm feeling some massive throat energy, like phlegm almost, so we're gonna go ahead and use some sodalite. I lied, we are using peacock ore. No, it's a very certain kind. Do you guys know the Lemongrass Cafe? I can't remember what type of restaurant they are. They have a certain kind of curry there, and I like that specific kind of curry, but I can't remember the name of it at the moment. I love crystals too. Might be. Sodalite's a great crystal too. It's great for the throat, for communication, for health, for setting. Ooh, okay, lots of throat energy. Anyways, for setting healthy boundaries, and for being able to speak up for yourself. Peacock ore is also great for that kind of thing. We're gonna go ahead and use sodalite after all, though. We're mostly playing it by ear, to be honest, but it's mostly been emotional type healing. There's been a lot of excess emotions today, so it's mostly been focusing around energy healing and emotional balancing. I guess we're done with the sodalite. Goodbye to that crystal. Okay. We're going to use just Reiki for a minute. Of course. You guys see how it just flew out of my hands? Yeah, okay, so I had my giant satin scar in my lap. So it hit directly on that. It was like sound cleansing. Hey, talk about throat cleansing to a new way. It ran away. It was like, no, I thought you didn't want me to use you. I'm like, well, I wasn't planning on it, but hi. That was so funny. I can't. It just flew out of my hand. We are gonna go ahead and use some sunstone. And then you guys, we're going to be live for about another 15 minutes. Suddenly everyone is texting me. I'm just going to ignore that. Sometimes when I get a bunch of texts at once, I'm just like, are we in another Mercury retrograde? I actually had someone from the past try to come back during this last one, and I was like, nope. I just deleted their message before opening, like without opening, and I was like, okay, goodbye. Have a good life. It's like, learn my lesson, I'm good. Well, I'm not a Wiccan, but if you are a Wiccan, I know that they have both online and physical covens that you could probably join. I am a witch, but I'm not a Wiccan, because the difference with that is Wiccans are, it's a witch-based religion in itself. I am a witch and a pagan, but there is a huge difference. So I'm a witch, and I also happen to be pagan, but Wicca is a religion based around witchcraft. It was not, so it was an ex-friend, so not a ex, but also I think I would probably puke if an ex showed up, ever. But anyways, just gonna leave that there. Exactly. Some people are only meant for like a season or two and then they're gone. And you know, best wishes to them. Sometimes they're only there for the lesson and then you say your goodbyes and then it is what it is. And that's how it should be. Like, I wish them well and everything, but you know, stay over there. I'll stay over here. Well, I have CPTSD for a reason, is what I will say. I had quite the taste in human beings, and by that I mean I ended up connecting with other people who had been traumatized, and sometimes people who are traumatized cause more trauma. Or you end up with just bad people who use trauma to manipulate sometimes. I'm just gonna stay single 100%. I have zero plans of relationship at all. I'm good. I'm good. I think there was enough. They're an ex for a reason, and they will, yeah, they're gonna stay that way. Thank you for following. The stories I could go into. I'm not going to, because I don't want to start drama and I don't want them to show up. So, but what I can say is, ew. No, it does not. And 13 is definitely a chaotic number and an ending number, but it's also my lucky number, because that's when I decided for myself that I was done with all of this stuff. So 13 is a great number for me. So I consider that to be my lucky number. Apparently 13 attempts was enough. But no, it's valid. See, I'm a demisexual, and then I'm just gay. I've dated mostly dudes, but it never worked out, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty sure it's because I just never liked them that much, and then also they were terrible people. Kind of a mixture of the two. I never wanted to date them, they wanted to date me, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll give this a chance, and then, yeah. Because I have to be romantically attached to someone and inclined to be wanting to be with them, and most people, they start dating to get that kind of attraction rather than like starting out otherwise. At least that's how it was when I was there, and then, you know, peer pressure was a huge thing for relationships for me. I would not have dated, they think it would have been 2 exes that I would have been willingly dating outside of the peer pressure. 2 of 13 that I would have been like, okay, yeah, and they were still awful. You could even say some of the worst ones, ironically. Some of, not the worst. The worst one was definitely peer pressure. Oh, 100%. Plus, honestly, being alone is a lot more fun. So... Lady Scar, 100%, I understand. My ex, I literally said all the time, if I ever break up with you or we break up, I will never date another man. And I am very much, yeah. 100%. Never. Then I turned out to be a man. So that's ironic. But... how did I not know? I literally asked my ex the question of like, hey, what would you do if I ever decided that I was trans? Or like, well, what would you do if I discovered that I wanted to transition? And he was just like, he immediately was like, well, I mean, like, I would probably be friends with you, but we wouldn't be dating anymore. And like, obviously I was all sad about it at the time, but shouldn't that have been like a warning sign for me, by the way? Don't you think that would have computed that I actually was, the fact that I was even asking that question? You would think. Didn't connect into my brain at all. No, he would have dumped me in a heartbeat. But honestly, I left him, so, and it was the best decision I ever made for myself, mind you. After I dumped him, that's when everything fell into place. That's when I found Hecate, that's when I became a witch, that's when I became a spiritualist, that's when I started taking interest in things again and being able to figure things out for myself. So leaving him was the best choice I ever made. But yeah, no, he would have left. So... I'm also pretty sure he was transphobic, so... you know... Oh, and John, I don't think having the connection before dating is abnormal at all. For me, for the most part, it really was just, like, I was peer pressured into it. Like, I was basically, every time I was like, oh, well, I'm not really interested in them at all, or I wasn't interested in anyone, because, like I said, I'm demi, so I have to be romantically attached to even want anything with the person when it comes to, like, any kind of, like, that kind of thing. Friends, for sure. Friendship comes really easily for me, but, romantic interest is really hard because I think I've only been romantically attracted to like 2 people ever. Maybe 3, possibly, but I'm iffy. So it's just, yeah, it's a hard one. But society-wise, yeah, 100%. And then hookup culture is so popular, which I'm not judging anyone. You do you, 100%. Like, just be open and upfront with it. If that's what you're aiming for, say that's what you're aiming for and leave it be. Because there are people who have the same interest and same goal in mind, and that's fine. Just, you know, not everyone is like that. So, you know, as long as you're being open about it, I don't care. I say you do you. I hope my ex never sees this channel. He probably won't. But if he does, I'll block him. Ooh, Amanda, I'm sorry. Hello, how are you? You are just hopping in at the very end, though. You flipped gender in this one? Oh. 555 on the clock, by the way. Oh, I just understood what you meant, Amanda. My brain went the trans direction. No, you meant like past lives, you were different genders. Gotcha. No, that makes sense. That just took me a minute to compute what you were saying. I'm over here like, okay, like it's perfectly normal. Like it is normal, but like, you know what I mean. I didn't even question that. I was like, oh yeah, trans. Not everyone's trans, Ricky. Wait, what's the news? I want to know. Thank you for following. And then you guys, we are going to go ahead and do energy cleansing and then energy protection. Also, to the person whose username is "Do you want to see my cat?" is the answer ever no? Because the answer for me is always yes. I would like to see your cat. I love cats. One of them. That's true. Oh, definitely. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see like all of the comments. Oh, I love that. Well, currently I have no data service. It's all Wi-Fi. Funny enough. Oh, that's true. Hi. Okay, so actually we're only live for like another 3 minutes. I'm so sorry, you guys. I will be going live tomorrow, but not for a Reiki healing session. It's going to be for my energy reading live at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you're interested in joining for that, it will be tip-based, but I will be offering free ones as well. However, I am going live on Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time again for Reiki healing as well. Scan, 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 100%. Purple? There are quite a few. There are quite a few ones that are associated with the color purple, so it's hard to say. I am spacing on who I associate purple with for the angels at the moment, but there is specifically an archangel. It's definitely not Michael because he's blue. It was nice to meet you too. Could be Metatron, yeah. I associate him firmly with writing, so sometimes when he shows up, I'll just see energetically a book in front of me and he's just writing, because he is the scribe god, basically. So I'll end up just seeing him literally like writing in a book, and I'm like, okay, well, hello. It could be Uriel. Could be. I don't have my book next to me, you guys. I can't grab it. Yes, selenite is great. Yes, so currently the only ones that are posted are actually the ones that you will find here as well. However, you will find all of my previous lives, not all of them of course, because some of them aren't downloadable for some reason, on YouTube. Same username. I also have an Instagram. The Instagram is linked in the bio, it should be. The YouTube is not, but they both have the exact same username here. And I will be doing guided meditations and longer videos for YouTube soon. Sorry, I have the hiccups. No, that makes sense. For me, Hell is usually the goddess Hell, so Lady Hell. Queen Hell, actually. I would actually associate her mostly with black and white, but I could definitely see purple because, yeah, for obvious reasons. But yeah, definitely. Oh, Mark, hey, for some reason I didn't notice it was you. Hello, how are you? There's a lot of them that use the violet flame, but mostly I associate Archangel Michael with it, for very specific reasons. Oh, that's amazing. That's good. Do you want to share who it is, Aviel? You don't have to, but yeah, congratulations. I'm proud of you. I hope that all goes very well. Clear sight, basically, is how I see it. I don't really interact with other humans when astral traveling, as far as I'm aware. I also don't do it on purpose, so... Oh, I love that though. Dreams and dreams, yeah. I love that though. Okay, I'm gonna do energy protection. However, I'm gonna use some rose quartz because there's a lot of heavier energy and you guys need some extra love right now. Have a nice night. Definitely. Well, we will see you next time, Mark. See you on Friday for a Reiki healing, or if you want to come back for energy reading again tomorrow, feel free. But if you're coming back for Reiki, I will see you then, or whenever we catch you next time. Dionysus is great too. Awesome. I will see you then. Definitely. That's such a loving energy. Fun fact, if you work with Aphrodite or Lady Freya, you can leave your rose water on their altar and use it in their honor. You can also do self-care in their honor. So you could actually, if you have an altar to either of them, you could put your face wash and toner and stuff on their altar space and use that in their honor too, including perfume if you would like to. That might be a little bit easier as well. I love that though. Awesome. Well, I look forward to it. Definitely. And they love when you do self-care offerings, so you're taking care of yourself. Some deities too, even if you are like me and you struggle eating, which I don't do this, should probably do it, but you can actually eat things in their honor too. So if you're doing self-care and you're actually struggling with it a bit, you can actually eat snacks and foods in their honor. Be like, I'm eating this in honor of you, or like as an offering because, like a self-care offering, that kind of deal, because they like when you take care of yourself, especially if you really struggle with it. Yes, King Hades loves black coffee. I also leave him flowers because they remind him of his wife, and he loves Queen Persephone. Any depiction of Cerberus, he absolutely adores. You can give him artwork of either him, his wife, and Cerberus, or like all of them. Adores it. I leave him owl feathers. I have dog treats on his altar for Cerberus. He loves honey, pomegranate, anything pomegranates themselves, pomegranate juice. Garnet is a great crystal because it looks like pomegranate seeds, but those are mostly for his wife. Black obsidian, black onyx, black tourmaline, any black crystals. I'm looking over at his altar space, like, hold on, what else do I have on here? You can leave him cypress on his altar. If you have an altar to Queen Persephone, I wouldn't recommend leaving him mint, but otherwise you can leave him mint. Because, you know, it's one of his signs as well. Things like that. Also, he does prefer any food offerings or drinks, usually actually taken outside. You place it on the ground if it's a beverage, and then you tip over the glass, and you say that's for, like, their offering. That is how you give to the chthonic gods. But that's for libations, so liquid drinks. When it comes to food offerings, I would leave it on his altar, honestly. That's what I end up doing, but usually what you would traditionally do is you would leave them in pits. Either you would make a pit for him, some people do pit boxes to represent a pit, and then you would just either place it in, I would place it in, not throw it in, but I'm sure some people probably just toss it in, be like, this is for you, and then, you know, do that. But you do that kind of thing for them, 100%. But if you don't have anything like that, I don't think they're ever going to get mad at you for needing to put it on their altar spaces. You know, just don't let it, like, get gross. Hello, thank you, welcome in. Yes, sometimes they'll do that to make, like, get your attention. I know Loki would do that. Angel guides and ancestors would sometimes do that too, just so you know. I don't know what that was, but I'm going to ignore it, and we're going to do energy protection now. I just need to collect my protection crystals real quick. I'm like, hold on, I'm just going to ignore that. Okay. I believe it. Okay, so funny story, Maddie, actually. So what was it? I think it was it was yesterday morning or this morning. It might have been this morning. I was doing something and another one of their leaves fell, but it wasn't the baby. It was like one of the big boys. So I'm sitting here like panicked because this thing just like flew, like threw it at me. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I can't tell. Because like also there's another plant growing out of like the bottom now. So I think he's growing another, I think one of the babies might have like fallen into the soil and somehow propagated that way because it's got another like thing coming out. I'm like, what the heck? Didn't know you could do that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, big boy. I actually haven't picked it up yet, so he's sitting on my counter. Oh no, I feel like I'm missing some comments. I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, sometimes it's just a sign that they need your attention though. It really just depends on the situation, honestly. I'm gonna switch hands. Black obsidian. So I go outside and sit in the grass often. Sometimes if I'm having a poor mental health day, I'll just do whatever I was gonna do in bed in the grass. So I'll sit there and play Animal Crossing or something, or like read. I will, my meditation music's almost over, so I had to restart that a little bit. I will work with grounding crystals like black obsidian, black tourmaline, labradorite, or petrified wood. I like petrified wood. Animal Crossing, love it. But things like that. Also balance stones, and then working on sitting in your, or being in your physical body is extremely important. Nikki, that is your opinion, but also, dear, just so you know, there are different forms of Reiki healing. This is a form of Reiki healing, just so you know. But I hope you have a wonderful day. Do some healing work on yourself, love. Yeah. We have a few of those that like to come back to try to harass. In reality, they're just making a fool of themselves, so. But everyone's on their own path. Everyone can be judgmental at times. This is also why I have a Nazar in my background that you guys can't see and things like that. Just so they know that energy will fight back at them. Lightning storms are a great form of grounding, honestly. And rain, sitting in the rain, it's also a form of cleansing. Cold shiver. Stormy weather is great. Thank you, Maddie. I love that. The calm from the chaos. Hello. I apologize. I actually do not remember you. But you guys, I hope that you have a wonderful day. We are now hopping off of live. I hope to catch you next time. I am doing that energy reading live tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then for Reiki healing, we have another one coming up on Friday. Again, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I look forward to seeing you guys then. I love you. Please be safe. Do some self-care. If you feel any negative energy still, make sure you're cleansing your energy, taking a hot shower or a bath, going outside, letting the wind carry away any of the negative energy, things like that. I love you. I wish you all the best, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day, okay? Of course, and I will see you guys next time.